This week I took delivery of a Panasonic DVX200 4K camcorder. It's not a new camera, it's been out since about the middle of 2016 and there are plenty of reviews out there online already. So I'm just going to give you my first impressions of the camera and show you some of the footage I took with it on my first time out. We head out to Norwood in South London. So it's the first time out today with the DVX200 and thought we'd just bring it down to the lake here in Norwood, take a few pictures of the boats and the ducks and things. It's a lovely day, it's a bit chilly but the sun's in and out and it's giving us some good interesting conditions to film with. There's nothing special going on with this footage. It's 4K MP4 files, straight from the camera without any processing or grading. You can get a nice subtle shallow depth of field effect from the micro Four Thirds sensor, useful for guiding the viewer's attention, but often overused in my opinion, and certainly with larger sensors it can be unhelpful in many run and gun situations when trying to keep focus. The optical image stabilisation is very good, even in telephoto at 13x zoom while handheld. None of the boating lake footage was shot on a tripod. I'm used to using Panasonic cameras, so it was very easy for me to pick up and use the DVX manually. But I also tried some of the automatic functions, and it kept focus very well. The camera, while a bit heavy, fits very nicely up against my shoulder, allowing me to keep it very stable while filming. I'm shooting at UHD 50p, which is supposed to produce the best images from this camera. And although only recording at 8-bit 420, when downsampled to HD, it can effectively give you 444 10-bit colour. I just used the standard scene file 1 and a white balance of 5600 Kelvin.
Today we've come out for a walk to Norwood Boating Lake, so Andy can try out his new camera.
The audio is just recorded from the inbuilt stereo microphone mounted on the front of the camera, just above the lens. It picked up a little bit of wind noise at some angles, but the wind was quite strong that day and no additional windshield was fitted. We then moved on to the duck pond in South Norwood Country Park, where I put the camera on a tripod. Water is often a real test for a camera to see how well it deals with all the movement when compressing the footage. This is recording at 150 megabits per second. Firmware-wise, it feels like the camera could do a little more at times. There are a few niggly little options that I'd like to choose and aren't always available. But in fairness, these are functions that are typically available on more expensive cameras. I've yet to do some low light testing at night, and if there's anything you're interested in testing, then do let me know in the comments below, and I'll do a follow-up video. Finally, I tested the slow motion capabilities at 120 frames per second in HD. I didn't really nail the focus here, but it certainly looked much softer at the maximum frame rate. Still probably usable though. I hope you found this useful, especially if you're thinking of buying one of these cameras. With the release of the EVA1, there are a few of these cameras coming onto the market at a good price for what appears to be an excellent 4K camcorder, which is still top of its range in its class for this style of camera. Do let me know if you find these videos useful, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos.